that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanics. I'm Dylan Blight. Joining me this week, Ashley Hubley.
Hey Dylan, how are you going? How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Listeners, we have a first time and hopefully only ever. Am I right, Ash? Am I right? Only ever.
Hopefully this goes on for a long time, so there probably will be another.
No, don't say that. You fucking... We were 40 minutes into the first attempt at this show. And then Ash says, wait, stop. My audio is gone. And my heart broke. So, I don't know how to explain to anyone who hasn't done a podcast how my audio's gone. I mean, that's the end of the world. For time being.
Yeah, I can think of some dark places to go with.
There's some nasty stuff. So this week's episode will be brought to you by a little bit of editing, and I'm not going to tell you which parts I've nicely just edited in from my audio, which I'll make note of is perfectly fucking fine from the original recording.
Well, we'll wait and see.
The recording.
Turns out the wrong mic was recording the entire time.
No. I tested it. That's better than no audio.
Yeah,
Ash.
that's true.
I'd be like, okay, well, at least I've got a show. Mr.
Still got a show because it's got to, you know what they say. That show's got to keep going.
The show must go on. Firstly, though, I do want to start with talking about Call of Duty a little bit because I did pick that up, which is weird for several reasons for me. The first Call of Duty game I have ever brought on release day, release period, release month. Never done it before. Never. And they said taking the campaign out was going to kill this one. I'll tell you what. No, it's the first one I've actually picked up day one. The other ones I'd played, the only ones I brought World at War pre-owned when I got my PS3 back in the day. I brought Black Ops 1 pre-owned. Well, I'm buying these pre-owned because I didn't have much money. I brought that pre-owned as well. Black Ops 2, I borrowed from a friend. And I brought Call of Duty something or other on PS4 for like $5 or $10 when I walked into a store last year and was like, this is so cheap. I feel like I'll just buy it. I can't remember if I still own it or I then proceeded to never play it and just trade it back into EB Games when they had a double credit day and just got my money's worth on that cheap pickup. But anyway, Call of Duty, the first one I've really cared for. I picked it mainly for Blackout mode, their Battle Royale mode, of course, which we talked about a lot when Nick was on here on episode whatever number within 10 or less ago is the answer to that question though. So we covered that a lot. Me and Nick were a big fan of the Blackout mode. He's played it a lot more since release than I have because he streamed it. He streamed it Friday night the past week and then Sunday morning and yeah, he's going fucking hardcore. Now he's playing on PC though because he doesn't want to play with me. So, you know, that's his own choice, I guess. I've only managed to probably put a couple hours into it, and I jumped around in all the different modes. Because although I did pick it up for Blackout, I jumped into Blackout first, and I was like, cool, this is exactly how it was in the beta. I'm sure all the fixes between beta and now are, you know, little tweaks in the background to help it run better, but other than that, everything looked graphically the same, but I never had too many issues when I was playing the beta, to be fair. They added like I don't know, they added like emotes and spray paints because of course they did because all multiplayer games these days need emotes, and they have problems with it though because people have already figured out how to exploit it because when you emote, when you use one of the things, it gives you like a third person view of your character. So then because the game's first person, you can be hiding like behind a tree or something, activate one of these emotes, and then it'll give you a wider range of view to be able to see stuff you shouldn't be able to see. And people have, of course, you know, been exploiting this, and Call of Duty day one or day two have already had to say, or Activision or Treyarch, who the fuck put out the statement, said that's one of the high priority patches now. So I think they're gonna like make them so they only work in like the lobby or something like that, so you can run around and do your little dances at each other. But when you actually play in the game, they're gonna take them out, which is fair because it's it's cheating. But I haven't won Blackout yet. Who knows if I ever will win Blackout. I got the best I got in my 3 or 4 games, whatever I did, was like 4th or 5th or something. Making it anytime I make it in the top 10, I feel like that's a win, and going for first is just not necessary. You know, like it's like we made it this far, everyone. Good job, GG. Let's move on. I tried out Zombies too, which I haven't played since Black Ops 2 back in the day. And all I gotta say is, and I obviously haven't kept up with the news as all the other games came out and the DLC and all this other stuff. It was stuff I never paid any attention to. So I'm sure this wouldn't have shocked me as much if I was paying more attention to the franchise. But Zombies is no longer them trying to be like, yeah, it's like a serious-ish zombie survival game. Now they're just like, nah, it's batshit crazy. Nothing makes sense at all. The mode I played a couple rounds on was set during the medieval period or some nonsense like that, Roman period, and you're running around. And I reckon that I was having a lot of fun with that. And I was playing with randoms. It would be a lot more fun to play with people you know, and you can communicate and have more fun that way. But it is fun to run around. You just build these fortifications and whatever else. You just defeat wave after wave of zombies, and the characters say quite ridiculous lines and have funny little personalities to them, which I thought was amusing. So Zombies I was enjoying. I'll probably play a little bit more of Zombies now that I've got it, even though I picked it up, as I said, you know, basically for Blackout. And then I tried out the main multiplayer, which is whatever to me, you know, nothing super special. You're running around. I've never been a huge fan of the Call of Duty multiplayer. I even tweeted out like my hashtag Nick's mini review of Blackout 4, and one of the things that stood out to me about the normal multiplayer is it's very loud, very fast, and very flashy. Like there's always shit happening. It's always like, you fucking unlock this fucking score multiplayer players on the screen, and this guy over here, he's doing sick shit, so we've got fucking shit happening, blah, blah, blah. Round ends, and they have like a replay and show you the best. It's like, it like starts super fast speed, and it slows down to show you when they kill. It's like, maybe I'll play a little bit more for shits and giggles, something to do, just mess around with a couple of modes I haven't, but yeah. So that's my mini Blackout review. Is I think if you're a Call of Duty fan, you were complaining about the single player. Come on now, we all know you play that for 6 hours and then you play the multiplayer for 100 hours. Get over it. And Blackout is the best battle royale mode you can be playing at the moment. Unless the building aspect of Fortnite is one of the main reasons you like Fortnite, and that part of the game is what kind of grabs you, then sure, Fortnite's still up there. But other than that, Blackout is just the quality level, the presentation, everything, just it's heads over heels above the rest of the competition. Of course, you do have to pay a premium price to get access to it, and I will hope that, as me and Nick talked about when we talked about the beta stuff, I will hope that they build upon it and don't just stick it in here as a dead fish mode. They're like, here, we built the map, it's pretty cool, but we're never going to work on it. Because of course Fortnite's constantly, the world feels alive because they're always doing stuff to it and having these events and whatever else. And maybe I don't want that level of detail because it is a mode in several different modes inside one game. But if they're not constantly adding stuff and doing stuff, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. There you go, Blackout. The other game I'll talk about, PSVR game that I played last week. I haven't written a review for it yet, and I was hoping to have a review up because I got a code early. I was hoping to have a review up launch day, of course, which is kind of what you do when you get a code early, because that's one of the benefits, of course. However, it's a weird game where it's built around co-op, and I could never find a co-op partner to play it with. And I was playing a lot of it solo, and I felt like if I didn't find someone to play at least a few of the levels with in co-op, then I couldn't look at it properly, if that makes sense. I did today finally manage to jump in for an hour with some random online, and do a few levels. So that's the thing. But it is called Evasion. It's basically, it's only 2-player co-op. It's not like multiplayer or whatever. And it's 9 levels, I think, or something like that. And it's pretty much it's just arcadey shooter. And I don't mean like Time Crisis. It moves you. You are using the aim controller. You are moving your own character around or whatever. But it just kind of sends waves after waves of enemies at you at points. And the whole idea is just shoot them. There's a bare minimal story. It does have some cool mechanics where there's a Tesla gun. I don't know what you'd call it. Your gun shoots out like a electric whip that will grab onto enemies. And then you can like pull them across the field like as a finishing move kind of thing. And then there's 4 different classes. They have different guns, blah, 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 because blah, blah. Unless you know a lot of people that own VR, and this is something that you could jump on and play together. In solo play, it is... I mean, I couldn't get past the level I was up to in solo. Like, it got to a point where it was basically... You need someone here to help you pass this level, or it's just going to be really fucking annoying for you to do, which it was. It was really annoying. It was really tedious, and you can tell the game's designed for co-op, which it is. But then, because I don't see this game having a constant... I just said how big of a struggle it was for me to find people to fucking play with. Because it's not going to have people constantly rolling in and out, I just don't... Well, I'd find it hard to suggest, you know? I would find it hard to suggest picking this up unless you know you've got someone to play it with.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about some games that are out this week.
Okay.
You got Starlink Battle for Atlas. The Toys game.
The
Toys to Life.
The Toys to Life game that they announced after Toys for Life had died.
Was dead. That is the one. Ubisoft is out here making plays.
Yeah.
They think they can bring it back. Disney Infinity is rolling over in its grave. What are they going to do?
The solution was you stick it onto your controller.
They were like, you don't need these fucking pads, USB pads you're sticking on.
It's too far away.
It's,
you need to have it up in your face.
It's too much. You need that shit 3D in your face. That's correct.
See, the thing I'm scared about the most with that is I'm going to poke myself in the eye. Like, just moving. You know how sometimes you just move it around? No, I don't know. You just sit straight with the controller on your lap. Is that what happens?
Well, I don't know if I move my controller around like you just did an emotion that's like, oh, fucking,
yeah. You got to move. It helps. There's gyro controls in there.
Not since I was like 8. I'm not picking it up. I would like to one day in the future, though.
No, I think it's only going to do well on Switch. Let's be honest.
You got the Star Fox.
Unless it's like reviews really well, I feel like.
Yeah, but kids maybe.
Or little kids. Yeah, it's hard to tell with kids games. Like what sort of sales they do, I guess.
Call of Duty's a kids game.
Is it?
So I've been told. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. What is it? Do people care?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this. It seems weird that they've released it like a month or two, like after like the full proper 2K release. But it's like a cartoony, like simplish. I feel it's probably like a 2 or 3 person per side, like NBA Jam sort of style.
Do they have different audiences?
Yeah, it's probably not as simulation
hardcore.
It's probably more arcadey. So.
Don't everyone hate that NBA game because of like the loot boxes or whatever? Anyway,
I feel probably. I didn't look at the Metacritic or whatever. But I feel like there's probably people still getting angry about the microtransactions.
Yeah, I saw a lot of complaints about microtransactions, and everyone was like, "Fuck this game." But
yeah, like
not in the same level. Everyone's being weird about Odyssey's this past week. Like they were like, that NBA actually has bad. Apparently,
yeah, they kind of shove it down your throat.
Yeah. Then you got Lego DC Super Villains coming out this week. Another game I'd like to play one day down the future when it's not just before PAX and in between a bunch of other games. And don't release stuff when I'm busy. Is the moral of the story. Just check with me first.
It's going to be a good Christmas game, I think.
Yeah. Or some kid's birthday this week.
Yeah. It's got its own character creator. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. It's got a steelbook that I nearly wanted to buy, but then talked myself out of it because I'm a responsible adult.
You're not going to be able to get steelbook again, probably.
Maybe. Pre-owned. Then you got Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption. There's gameplay of this up on explosionnetwork.com. No. Well, maybe. You can
That
leave
probably
it
as well.
YouTube.com.
It probably links you off too.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Explosion Network. You can find Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption gameplay up. I can't say much more than that because there is an embargo until someday. I don't know if I can even say what the embargo is, actually. So there you go.
Can you even talk about the embargo? It is an embargo.
Yeah, I can say there is an embargo. The game is basically fighting seven deadly sins. And you can just check out the gameplay of the first boss on youtube.com/Explosion Network. It is a Souls-like in the way that it... I don't know. The team tries to sell it like it's a bit of a Souls-like. And you can see that by looking at the gameplay. Stay tuned till next week for more.
So it's Full Metal Alchemist the game.
What is that joke? I don't get the reference.
It's an anime thing.
Yeah, you fucking weird.
It's fine.
How
do you not watch Full Metal Alchemist?
I don't know.
It's like one of the pillars of anime, I think.
Yeah, I'm too cool to watch these fucking pillars of anime. Get the fuck out of here.
I bet Dash has watched it, and I
bet he has too. PSN name changes got announced this week. Did you see this coming? No one did.
No, who saw this coming? This was like one of those things you never think you're going to see happen. Like
dreams get released.
Like The Last Guardian, or Final Fantasy 15, or the Final Fantasy 7 remake, or Kingdom Hearts 3, or just pretty much any Square Enix project that's not Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I know.
Not Tomb Raider. Yeah. So it's the most deflated PlayStation news of the year for me personally. I was sitting at my computer, Ash. This is where I was the day when it happened, because the news dropped at like 11 p.m. ish. You know, it was late at night here.
Yeah,
I was sitting here. I was editing something or other. I don't remember. I was doing something though. Like I wasn't playing a game. It was some sort of Explosion Network related work, and I just closed something, or I alt tabbed to TweetDeck, and there it was. The news.
Bam.
Was there. People tweeting about it. Saying name changes are here. I saw Ryan Betzer from the Pop Culturist retweeting it like, this is the fucking best thing ever. They should have held conference for this. I saw Paul James going crazy. I'm like, this is amazing. I cannot wait. Maybe I'll do a reaction video for the news. This is absolutely nuts. Let's take advantage
man, I would have
of the
loved
situation.
to see that. Paul James doing a reaction video. Baby in one hand.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was like, we need to take advantage of the situation. So straight away, it's like we need to do something. I at least need to put up a news update for this. Let me go read the article, and then I wrote the following news piece via a PS blog post late Tuesday night. Published by Sid Schumann, Sony announced that name changes would be coming to the PlayStation preview program shortly for testing ahead of launch to the public, presumably by next year. Quote, during the preview, you will be able to change your online ID as many times as you want. The first change is free, and changes after that will cost €9.99, £7.99. For PlayStation Plus members, it'll cost €4.99, £3.99 after the first change. That's about 16 Australian dollars for a name change. Yikes indeed. To make matters worse though, let's digest the following paragraph. Quote, the feature is compatible with PS4 games originally published after the 1st of April 2018 and a large majority of the most played PS4 games that were released before this date. However, please note, not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems are guaranteed to support the online ID change, and users may occasionally encounter issues or errors in certain games. When I read that sentence was the biggest deflated I'd had for quite some time in the PlayStation news spectrum. I was so excited to pop up some content about this. I was like, this is game changing. This is the biggest
It's
PlayStation
like the holy
news we have
grail
of
of
the year.
PlayStation software.
Yeah, basically. It was
System
a
software.
huge moment, I thought. And then reading the blog post, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Man,
Really?
I actually would have loved to have seen them do this at a conference, and like it comes out, PSN name changes are here, and then another guy comes out and like does the like fine print speed reading.
If they did this at a PSX, and that was their biggest thing they did this year for PSX, they were like, this is the main reason we're holding PSX is to announce this. Even I would have been like, what a waste. Well, just don't do PSX. Just fuck off. This was not worth it at all. But I'm sure people in the crowd would have been like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. I can't wait to.
I mean, if your name is terrible, yeah, I think you'll live with it.
Most of the people who have terrible names are just probably used to living with them at this point anyway.
That's true.
Or they got banned. You know? You hear stories of people, they're like 6 years, 7 years, I had my PlayStation account, fine, no issues. One day, banned. What the fuck? Someone caught on about it, you know? Like,
Well, you never know. There's probably the person out there with like the Alex Jones PSN account, thought it was going to be fine, and then bam. Or like some other terrible news related.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Sorry, Brett Kavanaugh. Someone really liked Jared from Subway.
Yeah, well, that's
Jared from Subway fan.
Yeah, you fucked up. I would have deleted my. I probably would have. No, I don't think I could have.
Yeah.
No amount of PlayStation and Platinum trophies is worth supporting that particular thing. You gonna change your PlayStation? You gonna change your PSN over there?
Maybe. I feel like I'll just wait till other people have ruined it or like figured out what's wrong first. I mean, I think I'll probably just wait till PS5 comes out because then that's like a guaranteed clean slate. I think, like a good jumping on point for a new name. Because there won't be any.
What are you gonna change your name to?
I know something like EN_Ashley or something.
It's taken now.
I didn't think this through.
That's what I was like, are you going to say it? Because you're fucked.
Cruisy_mate. That's what. No, just Cruisy mate. That's what I'll take a chance to. Yeah,
you got him.
Yeah,
I'm not changing mine. I'm in a good position where all of my socials accounts, PSN, like everything's. I'm committed at this stage.
Yeah.
Not like I think Viva La Dill's a bad name.
No, it's fine.
If I was ever going to change it, it would solely be to just change it to like Dylan Blight or something. Something so simple.
I don't think you can have like your real name as your PSN username. I think that's
well, then I'm never
trouble.
changing it.
I feel like that's asking for trouble.
Probably. But at the same time, I mean, my name's on.
Yeah.
Fucking. If you type in if you see me on PSN, you're like, I fucking want to kill that cunt. If I could headshotted me in Call of Duty, he took my gun. And then I type in my PSN name, and it comes up with my Twitter. Like, here he is. Tweet 22 hours ago.
But then you've got that extra layer of someone having to look for it. That kind of weeds the most of the crazies out.
He's going to be at PAX. Oh, fuck him up. I'll kill him. Took my kills, my KDA.
I almost won this blackout.
Hey?
I almost got this blackout.
Yeah, that's right. I don't care. It's not very exciting. It's good for people who care. So Sony ripped off the Band-Aid, did what they needed to do, got it out of the way. They can go into PS5 with no issues. It's there, it's done. We don't need to talk about it anymore. The memes can cease to exist. And everyone can stop yelling about it. Like every time there is a Sony poll that says, "What would you like us most to?" Blah, blah, blah. Number one answer was always name changes. Name changes. Name changes. I don't believe most people were voting name changes because they actually wanted it or thought that was a necessary feature. They were voting for it because it was a meme, and that's the reason most people were voting for it.
Yeah.
So hopefully, now that it's out of the way, when Sony asks these polls, people can give real answers. Because I personally didn't think name changes were that important. Because guess what? You should all learn to be fucking adults and pick better names when you're signing up for shit. Come on. There's other stuff I would have rather, fixed, like Sony's netcode. Sony, the UI for the store update that recent. Like, they're doing stuff slow. Like, the new store update is good. Have you seen this? You search for publishers and all this sort of stuff now.
Really?
I don't think we mentioned it, but yeah, it is good. You can type in Activision or whatever, it comes off Activision games and stuff like that. So, but these types of things, quality of life improvements, more important to me personally, because I didn't name my account Cock Smacker 69 420 Blow Smoky. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
It seems like too many characters.
No, yeah. They're like, the name's fine, but too many characters. Take it back a notch. Moving on. Talking about PSN. PlayStation's apparently been rigged by weird messages that seems to be working like the iPhone trick from a couple of years ago. Story comes from pressstart.com.au. If you get the message, deleting it from your mobile app won't even stop your console from needing to be factory reset. The specific message usually contains a number of characters that can't be displayed in the PlayStation Messages app. Reddit user Quarshawn said, quote, I had a player named Zillatrix. So far, these names are fine, by the way. I don't feel like they need to be changed. That sent me 7 messages saying Fortnite square symbol, then like the symbols that the 3 and the other symbol that make up a heart. But the heart was actually an emoji. It crashed my system until I rebuilt my system data through safe mode. Sony definitely needs to fix this. Reddit user that pissed off dude said, quote, this just happened to me during Rocket League. Got a message, then after a minute my controller stopped working and everything went silent. Now I can't access the home menu. It just goes to report problem screen every time. And lastly, Reddit user I'm not a crazy person.
That's my new PSN name.
It's the one reason I'm like, this story's fake, but it's...
Yeah.
They said, happened to me in Rocket League 2. Exactly the same thing. Got a message, controller stopped working, and audio cut out. Full reset hasn't fixed it. Whenever I try and log into my PSN, it crashes again. My brother's PSN account works fine though, so not a hardware issue. He got the same crash logging into my PSN on his console. Something's fucking up. What do you think about this issue, Ash?
I mean, it's really unfortunate. People just want to let other people know that they love Fortnite, and they're just crashing people's PS4s.
It's such a weird thing. Like, unless that's part... It is weird when you think about it. Because unless the Fortnite's actually part of the thing... maybe they put Fortnite in first because then when it popped up, like the preview section of text, when you're looking in your messages, like said Fortnite ... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was they tricked them. Like they
teased them
opened
with that Fortnite.
Yeah, they teased them because the message just said...
Whatever the cash currency is.
Could have been some skin codes in there.
Yeah.
Could have been free skins.
But no, it's a dead PS4. Bricking your PS4.
Well, I don't think it's bricking it. Like it's
okay,
fine.
It's crashing it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's making it unusable, but it's not wiping your hard drive or making it unfixable. People are saying you can fix it through safe mode and whatever else. But of course, this is obviously an issue that Sony needs to fix ASAP. It is a weird thing that could happen.
So weird. How do you stumble across that?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know if I want to know because
no.
I don't.
People with too much time on their hands.
Yeah,
or
something.
Russian trolls.
Let's always blame the Russians. Although, have you heard that song? Have you heard that song? The one that's going around?
No.
Have you not heard this?
I don't think so.
It's like all over social media that It's like the new Gangnam Style, Ash. You know? Like it's
Okay.
It's this. Hold on, we'll get a copyright warning here. I'll bring it up my phone. Oh no, I've lost it. Oh no, hold on. Fill time. Talk more about the thing.
Man.
You got it.
So, are you going to be closing your messages? Privating?
I've put my messages on. I've put them on Only Friends
Only friends.
for the time being. You can do this via your phone, everyone. If you're worried about it, if you're like, oh, I should.
Is it like
should
in
fix
security
this.
settings or something, isn't it?
Yeah, you just go
Count
security.
settings.
All right, here's the song. We got the song. Well, now I've
That
done
was
it.
worth the wait.
I've put the meme in this week's episode, and this week's episode is something special. As always.
It's one of a kind.
It's an episode. Maybe it's an episode. You know, actually, at this point, if it's an episode, I'm happy. You know, like
It reminds me of that like hamster song.
first time I watched it, I'm like, this is
or
crazy.
the crazy frog song.
No, it's not that bad. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't, you know, these Russians, they're crazy. Who knows what they're doing over there? But then, you know, you walk in the street 10 minutes later in your head, you're like, skibbity wop wop wop. You know, it's like, they got me.
They got you. The crazy Russians got you.
And there's a weird dance they do in it that you kind of like, skibbity wop wop. Anyway, time to catch a ride. Borderlands is coming to PSVR this December. I equally want to pick it up and equally don't care. It's a mixed bag. Over here, I have the positives. Borderlands, cool world. Being virtually in the world of Borderlands, Pandora, sounds cool. Interacting with those characters more up close and personal sounds cool.
Get claptrap right in your face.
Get claptrap right in my face. That all sounds cool. However, I think the biggest negative for this is that you can't play it in co-op. There is no multiplayer, there's no co-op.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And that's such a big element to Borderlands, you know? It's kind of one of the major pillar stones of the franchise. So
That's
kind of weird. Yeah.
Is that something they could change later on?
No,
down the line,
I think it's because they've introduced this thing they call Banff time, which is, I mean,
is that how you're going to move around?
No, it's like slow motion, but it's like
okay.
it's big action slow mo. I don't know what it's actually, but it's basically a slow mo thing to help with the hecticness that could be happening on screen at sometimes. I believe so that they've added in this new slow mode.
Barfing.
Yeah, maybe. But then, if you can slow down time, if you're playing multiplayer, you can't. You know, like you can't be slowing down the game while playing multiplayer.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Because it does, yeah. So I think that's where their problem has come in. They've got the help with the sickness. They've got like the teleporty stuff, which I know you haven't played VR, but I assume you would have seen at some stage.
Yeah.
A lot of the games do the whole thing where you can like look somewhere and you like you point somewhere with your look somehow, and then you're teleporting around. So you're not actually walking, and when you're playing, it does help with the sickness. I know I personally don't really like it, even though it does help with the sickness. I just feel like it's a cheap VR way. And often I would rather just play it for less time and feel sick just to have the full.
You just got to train your body. That's what it is, yeah.
But they have also said you are going to have like full, like normal controls as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I'll be trying to play it. That's the way I want to play it. You're only able to play your dual shock. There's no aim support, which is disappointing because obviously I've got that gun now and I want to use it in shooters. Yeah. But Borderlands is a game that does have twin Uzis and whatever else. So it's like, well,
yeah, that makes sense.
The one aim controller doesn't really work, and then they would also have to program in that gun for the various amount of random guns. You know, I feel like that's just a nightmare. So not going to happen.
Does Zero have just the one standard gun?
No, but no, Zero Hour's got several guns, but at the same time, I mean, the game's built for that, you know.
Yeah.
And they're not random guns either. So,
Okay, yeah.
you know, but Borderlands has millions and millions of guns, whatever number they like to throw around. So that means I'd have to have a programming system in place that, you know, every one of those guns could be animated differently and held differently by a character in front of you for the aim controller. And, you know, and like, I feel like there's a slight difference because you can, when you're using the aim controller, you can turn the gun on weird diagonal, like turn it in your hands differently than you could just playing with a normal controller. So that's where weird stuff happens, I suppose.
It's too expensive for this cash grab.
Yes. And that's what this kind of is.
Kind of feels like
obviously. It's Borderlands has now basically been, it's like we put it out, DLC, all this is cool. Handsome Jack collection, re-release here, blah 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 blah. Put on it. I'm surprised it's not on.
Well, they need to make that Battleborn money back. So I'm surprised that they're getting up with Skyrim. They're just like, the game isn't as loved as Skyrim, but they're just like doing like Skyrim. They're just like, fucking here's more versions. Keep putting it out.
Just keep putting it out. But at the same time, I'm intrigued by this. Obviously, because I'm someone who likes VR. So, yes, I'm interested. But I don't feel like this is... I don't feel like the Borderlands fan even is going to be like, okay, this gets me to buy VR. That's it.
Hit us up, Jaden.
I'm done. Yeah. Well, I even believe super fans like Jaden Pryor wouldn't.
No.
If like Time Bunny, you know, take all that out of the equation, I still think it's just like, unless it plays really fucking good and like, I do think that the art style will work well in VR though, because in VR you still have that kind of like it's not like playing on your 4K too, but you know the graphics, they're fine. No. They do look better when you're in there than they do in the YouTube videos you watch, because they look a lot of the times way worse than what you actually are in the headset. But at the same time, I think because of the art style, it'll kind of even out the graphic fidelity of the art style, which will be good. But I'll probably pick it up. Hopefully pick it up, give it a play, find out. And last story. Let's talk about some PAX stuff. I'd like to make a note that I wrote PAX 2016 in my notes.
Yeah,
it is in fact 2018, but
this is a retrospective on PAX 2016.
Yeah, that's a retrospective. So let's talk about some PAX things, because PAX is I don't know, how many days away is it? What's my official countdown?
9 days away.
11 days.
So 10 days when people can
10 days when this is coming out. There you go.
Even less if you're listening to this later.
If it's after PAX, just skip this fucking episode by this point. Let's be real. How are you still here? Move on with your life. Today, Sony announced what games they would be bringing to show at PAX. So, PlayStation Australia has today announced they'll have 40 PlayStations, not play.
Yeah.
For Oz 2018 attendees to try out some of the most anticipated games coming to PS4 and PSVR. From Sony's exclusive pool, you'll be able to play Marvel Spider-Man and also Media Molecule's upcoming Dreams. Missing, of course, is Days Gone, which you thought may be at the show since it has a February 2019 release date. There'll be a bunch of third-party titles on display as well, of course, including Resident Evil 2, Spyro the Reignited Trilogy. It's not called The Road, it's just Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I keep adding the for some reason. As Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Then you'll have Playlink titles, Knowledge is Power. That one's out, right? That's the one they've had on PS Plus for the last 16 million months. Yeah.
It's the Playlink game.
Yeah. Knowledge is Power, Decodes, and Chimp Party will all be playable as well. And finally, PSVR titles on display will include Blood and Truth, Ace Combat 7's VR mode, and Beat Saber. So which of these games Sony bringing any of these super excite you? Get you pumped, Tash? You excited to be there? PAX, play any of these games? Which ones?
I'll be excited to finally get our hands on Dreams, see what it's really like in person. Mm-hmm. We keen to check out some of this PSVR stuff. Like, people have been building up this Beat Saber game. I mean, can it live up to the hype? Is this going to be your hold on, pause note.
Is this going to be your first time trying PSVR?
PSVR?
Or VR in general?
No,
VR?
I've done a little bit of VR, but yes.
Okay,
PSVR.
like what VR? Like 10 years ago, not proper VR?
No,
or-
like I think we talked about. I must have talked about it on a Pleasure Explosion. I went to like a VR like experience thing, like a zombie, like a shooter thing called
I don't
Zero
recall this
Latency
at
or
all.
something like that.
Okay.
So it's like,
Zero latency.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, no, I have heard of that. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
I haven't experienced it though, so I don't know what the
yeah.
like difference is between that and PSVR, I suppose. Find out though. Beat Saber, I'm fucking pumped to play though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I've been excited for that game for so long, and when it came out on PC, because it's been out on PC for like a
while.
year at this point, like ages. It's been out on PC. And I just keep waiting. I don't want to be one of these fuckers that replies to every single tweet that the the developer sends out, just like PS4 release date, because there are so many. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm thinking, where's the fucking PS4 release date? Just tell me when the game's coming. Because it's a rhythm game,
Yeah.
and I suppose the basic premise is very similar to a lot of rhythm games. You got to swipe, you got to hit notes in the proper direction and all sorts of things. So you stand there with two sabers that are basically have lightsabers, but they're not lightsabers, of course. And then coming at you in front of you will be a bunch of blocks and other things. And yeah, you've got to see, you have I can't remember what the colors are. I think it's blue and red. You have a blue saber, red saber, and then it's pretty much, hit the blue things with the blue saber, hit the red things with red sabers, and then you beat Saber. So you rhythm action game, you fucking play the music with the beats, with the sabers. And if that isn't enough to sell you on a cool rhythm action game in VR, I don't know what is. So I'm super excited to check out that, of course. I am. Of course, after last week's episode where we talked about Dreams, where I was saying I'd really like to check it out. They announced this. I'm like, yes, I can finally check out Dreams after saying how much I really would like to check it out. So that's exciting.
A lot of people want to talk like see Dreams. Like,
did they?
Yeah.
Was there a lot of people in the comments? Or?
You see our YouTube numbers for last week's episode, and they're way higher than every other episode.
Yeah, the YouTube's for. But it's like I usually don't pay any attention because like you just put the show out on YouTube and it's like it's there if people want it. It's like it's an audio sitting on a still screen. I'm like I don't expect it to perform well on a video video platform. But yeah, it's when the views kept going up and up. I mean it's only a few hundred or whatever it is, but still it's just okay. Dreams is a highly searched thing at the moment, which I suppose makes sense because there's a lot of news about it. So. One of the comments I wanted to, while we're on Dreams, one of the comments I wanted to read out from in the YouTube section was from Damian. I don't know how did you say Maher or Maher? Maher. Yeah, kind of funny best friend Damian Maher, who left a lengthy comment about Dreams, which I thought was really interesting and should read it out in the show. So he said, prior to PSX last year, I found Dreams extremely confusing and uninteresting. Which I would say is how most people still feel about Dreams. Yeah. He said, now I can't wait for it. I keep getting all these cool ideas for things I want to make in Dreams, but I also know that there are going to be nights where all I would do is Dream Surf. Dream Surf is their playlist dream thing. So it's just like you do someone's random dream, you do another person's random dream. Yeah. So Dream Surf and experience the awesome stuff that other people are going to create. And in that lies the hardest marketing hurdle. Dreams is going to have all this amazing stuff, but it'll only be made post-release. I hope that Sony, not just Media Molecule, the YouTubers full of good stuff, show off like a highlights reel of sort every week, month, showing off its cool user-created content because, from what I've seen, Dreams deserves to succeed. Anyways, I can't wait. And I refuse. Then he says, and I refuse to believe any Rocksteady rumors anymore. As awesome as they do sound, I won't torture myself like that. I'm sorry we talked about weird Rocksteady rumors last week, but
has it been confirmed yet? I don't think it.
No, never. No. I mean, anyway,
but they didn't.
Don't talk about
they
that.
did
Don't
not confirm it.
Yeah, that's also right. I think that they will do. The YouTube or the weekly, here's some cool stuff, because what they do at the moment, what they have been doing for like I think they've done a couple now. I watched their most recent one this past week. Is they're bringing in random people from their studio who've created games, and they sit them down and they talk to them and say, like, what's your game? Play it for us. And then they go into edit mode and show how it works. And whenever they go into edit mode, my head basically goes, no.
Does not compute.
Because it is a mess. Like,
it's complex.
If Little Big Planet, for me to understand how some of the people did, they're like, I connect this to this and then this feature, and then, when this triggers this and this triggers this and this triggers this and then this, all that sort of stuff. Even with Little Big Planet, I was like, okay, I kind of get it, but not for me. They'd go into edit mode in these videos and it would just be, it's fucked is what it is. So not for me. Really excited because I look at it and go, that took a lot of work. That was really cool. That's exciting. Can't wait to see what people do with that. But yeah, I think Media Molecule can swing that around and do the same for community stuff. But with the thing about there not being any games coming release, that beta is apparently still coming this year, which means that they will, and not getting wiped, which means there should be a bunch of games in their day one, you'd think, hopefully, unless something goes horribly wrong. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting comment, and I really like the comment because I feel like the majority of the internet is just hate or dismay or shaking off or jokes about
indifference
for the most part. You've either got people who are just who won't say anything about it, and that's fine. They're just like, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't particularly care for it. I don't really understand it. And they're just sitting back and they're not saying anything. And then I feel there's other people who feel they have to be snarky, about it for some reason.
Yeah.
Dreams, fucking blah, blah, blah. I don't want to play that shit. It's like, okay, just sit there. And that's what I feel like the vocal minority is. It's either people hating on Dreams or being snarky, sarcastic about Dreams for the most part. So I was quite pleased to have someone like Damian who's just like, I'm really excited for this. It's fucking great. I'm like, great. That's good. Cool. Because I haven't even played it, and I was saying last week that I'm excited for it. So yeah, excited to check that out at PSX, which does mean that you should head on over to explosionnetwork.com and bookmark our PAX coverage page, because that's how you'll see my thoughts and impressions on Dreams when I play it in just a couple weeks. It's a good way to go. Not far away. Not far away at all.
Anything else you're excited for?
Out of all that, I'm excited to play Blood and Truth. Look, I'm excited to play all VR stuff. I really obviously like PSVR. I would like to, if I could play every PSVR game that's released and I could talk about it on this show for a brief amount of time, that would make me very happy because I do like VR, of course. So I'm excited to play all that. I don't particularly care about Resident Evil 2. I don't care about playing Spyro because I know I'm going to get it and I know it's coming out shortly after, like a couple weeks after it. So that doesn't excite me. Sekiro, I'd like to play.
It's interesting that PlayStation's bringing it because wasn't it like on the Xbox?
It's active. It's an
Activision thing, but Microsoft
they did reveal it. Yeah, so they're just like, you reveal it, we'll give it to them in Australia because no one cares because it's Australia. But I mean, point. we could also find out that Xbox has it over there as well.
Yeah, they could have it over at their booth as well. Yeah,
they could have it at their booth as well. So we'll find out.
Side note, on the map that they've released the map, the Sony booth is bigger.
Oh god, Sony! Sony was there last year, right, at PAX?
Yeah, they had that big Detroit.
What would that? What
it was so packed though. It was like Detroit and
Detroit.
They didn't have God of War. That was showing like video of God of War, but I think Detroit was their big thing last year.
Okay, yeah, because when they announced this, I was like, did they have it there last year? And I couldn't think, but yeah, now that you said that, I'm like, okay, yeah, and I remember Detroit was the thing that everyone was trying.
Yeah, there must have been some other stuff. I
personally did not step foot within.
Well, it was like 100 people deep for every single line. So
well, I hope it's not that bad this year. I hope it's bigger.
All you people listening, just go to check other stuff out.
Yeah, I need a couple hours over there.
Yeah,
a couple hours just for Beat Saber. That's what I'm saying. And then what was the other thing? So yeah, Dreams, Spider-Man. No, I've got the platinums. Don't fucking care.
It seems odd choice, but
they're just Maybe for all the people who
For that one
still on
other
the fence,
person who hasn't bought Spider-Man.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. It is weird. It is really weird that they don't have Days Gone though. That is really
That
weird.
is super weird.
I don't understand.
Do you think it's because Resident Evil 2's there? Like, they don't want to compete with that, but...
I don't think they're even similar. I can okay.
Yeah.
I can understand how people walking past could easily go zombie game. But I feel like for the averagely informed gamer, you know, they read a little bit, they keep up a little bit. They know those two games aren't anything to fucking... They know those two games aren't like... I don't buy into I think they don't have it there because it's fucked. I don't buy into that rumor
Theory.
or like that part, because everything that we heard out of Game Informer's coverage when they did the cover issue on it and all the gameplay footage and whatever else, they put out like an hour of gameplay or whatever it was. All that sort of stuff that we heard about from Game Informer a couple months back all sounded really positive to me. They also didn't have the game at show. Well, they didn't have it on show at PSVR last year,
No.
which was
I think they had it at PAX West, or whatever the most recent ones was.
Yeah, I think they did. But that's where I'm like, I don't understand their marketing for this at all. I don't know. It is odd. Maybe
It's
they're
only
planning
like 4 months away.
Maybe they're having it some. It is odd. I refuse to take it as a bad sign. It is weird. I don't understand it at all. However, I'm not going to turn something that's weird into fear that the game is broken or fucked. You know, you spiral out. That's theorizing. You know, like there's no proof to back that up apart from it's not a PAX. I don't think not having it PAX is enough proof to say it's fucked. So they don't have it at PAX Australia.
They don't have it as one event in one of the
in
smallest
Australia.
markets.
What are they doing? So I agree that it is really weird. It's disappointing also because I would have liked to
check it out.
Played it, but
we'll see Sam Witwer walk around.
Yeah, Sam Witwer. Maybe they haven't announced, but Sam Witwer turns up, jumps out, lightsaber. I mean, motorcycle in hand. Under his body. Let's talk about some more PSX stuff. So you're gonna have a competition time. I found this interesting. Sorry, what did I say?
You said PSX.
Yeah, well, you know they don't have one. This is new.
This is one letter difference, really.
This is it. So Red Bull and HP Omen are doing this level up thing, and I thought it was interesting. I'm intrigued not for the competition side, but for some of the games that you can play. Red Bull's teaming up with HP Omen to bring a leaderboard challenge across several different games to PAX Australia 2018. The experience, titled Level Up, will track your scores across 6 different games once you sign up at the Red Bull Cross Omen by HP booth, with the top players winning big prizes and the rest getting bragging rights for being better than their friends. The games that you'll be able to play are Forza Horizon 4. That's,
Yeah.
I've played it. That's cool for people there. Cool. I think
ExplosionNetwork.com to see Dylan's review of Forza Horizon 4.
There you go. I think another place, I can't remember who it is. I was only reading it right before we started recording, so I didn't look into it more. I think another place has Forza set up in a proper racing thing. So that's interesting. I think this is just controller, like split screen type stuff. Overwatch is up in some kind of thing like they had at... It sounds like it'll be set much like we saw at RTX earlier this year, because they had it in one of those that looks like the inside of a truck. You know, you got to walk up some stairs to get to it.
Caravan sort of things.
Like a little staging area. I don't know how to... But, of course, that doesn't interest me. Maybe Kieran will go up there, show him what's for.
Kieran will be there from start of the day to the end of the day.
Yeah, to the end of the day. MXGP,
Kieran, what did you play at PAX?
Overwatch. Just Overwatch. MXGP is going to have... I should point out what the thing is. So for Forza Horizon 4, it is fastest lap of whatever track. Overwatch is best team, because even if you're going up to solo, you're going to be playing 6v6. So and you're going to be ranked as a team, I guess. So that's how that's being ranked. MXGP is being ranked as the fastest lap as well. So you want to race around on a bike, around whatever track that happens to be. The top player for this one will also win themselves a Red Bull KTM Factory Racing merch package. So there's another little bonus package for you. Rush. This one I'm excited about. This was also recently announced to be coming out PSVR later this year. They don't have a date on it, but it's like, dudes, it's nearly the end of October. You want to stick 28 on it, 2018 on it? Come on, just put a date on it. Come on. But so you're going to have Rush there in VR. I don't know if at PAX it's going to be in PSVR. I would presume it's probably going to be in Oculus, which is what it had already been released for. So that's like a wing gliding game where you're diving off hills or whatever and going fast and throwing up everywhere. It's basically what that is. So I presume that's fastest map track. What do you refer to as? Is it a track? Is it a like what's a downhill mountain? It's a track. I don't know.
It's like a sprint. Like I know there's definitely a term for it.
A term for it? I mean, I'm sure there's a term because it's a real sport, but I don't know what the thing is. So that's the thing. Then you got MotoGP 18. This is going to be a fastest lap one as well. But the winner of this on Sunday, fastest lap come 5 p.m. on Saturday, you can get a helicopter ride over the Phillip Island to watch the MGP the next day.
That sounds like a terrible prize.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You pay it for a 3-day pass and you get to lose.
If for some weird reason, which I won't, but if for some weird reason I won't, they're like, you can go. I'm like, nah.
Nah, I'm good.
You got money?
Second place can go.
You got money? You got booze? You got drugs. Then you're going to have this one is the most exciting to me of all of them though. And the reason I basically put the story in here. So Project Cars 2, they're going to have a momentum simulation MP6 VR unit. What this is, Ash, is one of these fuck off VR, like you got the pedals, you got the steering wheel, you got the gears, proper racing setup. They stick a VR helmet on you as well, and then they stick you in a machine that's going to like rock and turn as you turn the steering wheel and everything like that.
Nicholas Pryor's wet dream.
For airplanes, I suppose.
For airplanes, yeah.
Yeah. This is what everyone dreams, like something like this for X-Wing racing,
Yeah.
Is or pod racing or something is a dream.
Pod racing.
But I'm excited. Now, if the line is huge, I'll walk past it every time and I'll come back to this show the week after PAX and go, remember how I was excited to try that out? No. Didn't happen. But when I did read this at work, I was like, fuck yes. Because it's not the kind of thing I'm going to ever have in my house, So
I know.
Well, unless I win the lotto or something. But reading stuff like this makes me really happy to be attending events like PAX. I don't need Spider-Man, whatever. I'm sure people are out there excited. But to try out these sorts of stuff that I just can't full stop try out at home, that's exciting. And obviously, I like VR. I'd say I'm a novice fan of racing. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a big hardcore racing sim fan. However, I do enjoy my racing games, and I've always enjoyed racing sim setup stuff, even though I'm not particularly good at it, but it's something I've always enjoyed. And something since I got my PSVR, I've always been like, fuck, I wish I could set up something like this. Because I've talked about several podcasts before, I believe, how as a kid I did have my dad built built a thing that you could sit in for PS2 for racing. So I always think about that, but with my PSVR, like, fuck yes. But this is what I want. I looked up YouTube videos. Yes. That's all I'm going to say. Yes.
Yeah.
Please give me some more. If you care more about the competition side, I personally only care about playing Project. But the overall leader of all these games will win an all-expensive paid trip to the Omen Challenger Series PUBG finals in Thailand, which takes place on November 2nd to the 4th. So just a week after PAX, basically. Would you go if you ever won that? Would you be like, yeah, fuck yeah?
Sure. Free trip to Thailand.
That's what I say. It's a free trip. And it's not... Yeah. It's a free trip to Thailand. You can get interested
I could watch
in
PUBG if that's the price.
Yeah, so there you go. It's a pretty good prize, I feel.
Yeah.
It's
funny that the prize is to go see PUBG finals. PUBG isn't involved in this competition at all.
Yeah, I know. They don't have PUBG. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
But there you go. So that's the thing.
On the VR thing, do you reckon they'll be cleaning the headsets between people? Or should we bring our own wet wipes or something?
Let me put another asterisk on this. I don't know if we talked about this ever on podcast, but I'll cover it again real quickly. At RTX this year, they had one VR game on show. I said, that's cool. Maybe I'll give that a go. And I sat there for a minute. I watched the person take the headset off the other person and then proceed to put on the next person in line. I said, how about I don't try that game ever at all? No, thank you. However, I have more faith in PAX because last year I did try a VR game at PAX that just came out, not on PSVR, but what's it called? Fuck, I'm sorry. I would shout out the game. I can't remember the name of the game. But they did clean their headsets. People were cleaning their headsets there. After they were taking it off between every person, pulling out a Dettol wipe. What's the official name for these things? Cleaning wipe.
Yeah,
and
cleaning wipe, I guess.
Cleaning the headset.
Disinfectant wipe, hopefully.
Yeah. The thing is, with VR headsets, I do believe there is a level of grossness using them. You know, if someone has some sort of eye disease though, and even if they're not aware, and I don't mean something that's going to kill you, I just mean, you know, sometimes conjunctivitis. No.
Well, if you got conjunctivitis and you go to PAX, you're a dick. Let's be honest.
You're a dick, yeah.
That's contagious.
Let's go at that point. But you could spread stuff like that because your eyelid, your eyelashes are blinking on the screen and whatever else. But it's not like you put it all the way over your mouth, but you do breathe because I don't want to go into it. It's gross. I hope they clean them. Please clean them. That's it. I always worry about buying pre-owned VR headsets. If you ever buy a VR headset pre-owned, I implore you to clean it before you use it. That's all I'm going to say. All right, let's move towards wrapping up the show. We'll talk a little bit more about PAX next week, I'm sure, because we'll be heading into it.
We'll be so close.
Of course. As I said before, explosionnetwork.com, there is a PAX page up. In fact, I'll move it onto the main. By the time this episode's up, it'll now be on the main toolbar. What? Toolbar? Bar? It'll be on the main thing.
It'll be obvious.
It'll be easy to find. It'll be right there. Yeah. There's a hashtag everytrophycounts. Shout out to Hakoom.
Shout out.
I was waiting to see if it was real name Karim, who has won the Guinness World Record for the most platinums with 1,691 platinums.
Did he just pass somebody, or have they just decided to recognize him finally?
I'm pretty sure he's been the first ever since I've known of him. He's been first, but I think there was at one stage where another dude and him were pretty close or whatever. But I think the Guinness World Records must have just finally decided to put it in as a record. I don't know, but yeah, there's a photo up on his Twitter
for the next edition.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There is a photo of him. He's sitting in a chair. He's holding it. He's looking very serious. It's quite a funny photo, but there you go.
That's a lot of platinums, though.
There's a lot of platinums. And for all the people who, I'm pretty sure, for all the people like, this dude has no life, and all that sort of stuff that people like to yell, I'm pretty sure that he has like kids and a wife and everything.
What's he do for a living?
I don't know. I mean,
where is the piece on him? Need to find that.
Yeah,
Jason Schreier, Patrick Klepek.
Do something. Care about the real gaming news. Platinums.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's he does one thing. To help his count, he does something that I don't do, and maybe in the future I'll waver my very thin last rule I have on myself, which is he will get all the duplicates you can, like stacks for trophies. So if you can get a very easy 10-minute platinum, and there's like the same version of it for America, Europe, Asia, you know what I mean? He'll have it for every account. Yeah. If I did that, I could easily get to my goal. I could get to like 200, you know, very fast. But that's the very thin last rule I have set myself on, where I don't do the duplicate games. I have done one, and that's because it showed up in my local EB games, which is the Sonic Genesis or Sonic whatever collection of all those games. That was on PS3 because I got it normally, and I walked into my EB games however many years ago, and the European version was just sitting there, like someone had traded in. I was like, fuck it, like it's here. I didn't go out of my way. I didn't go on eBay. I didn't set up another PSN account. You know, like it was just there. It was just there. So
begging
that's the one
for it.
time She was begging for it. Talk about two trophy lists, or the Lego DC Supervillains, as mentioned before. Surprise, surprise! If you're wondering, the trophy list looks exactly like a Lego game. 100% red bricks, certain amount of things, couple random trophies. There's one called The Enemy Within, where it has you take a selfie of the Joker as you're with Batman. That has to be a direct reference to Telltale, surely.
Rip.
It's in the name and everything, yeah. So rip. Good job there. Starlink Battle for Atlas does look like a very easy plat. Someone already has the plat. The game's not out yet, but
yeah,
I'm assuming they've got it, review code or whatever. But even then, they've already platinumed it. So,
do you reckon the devs have to platinum the game to make sure it works?
I reckon even if they did, it would be in D. I don't think they'd sync it to their accounts. Like they'd probably just pop them. They'd be popping them, but
like in the debugged offline version.
Yeah, but they're not signed in. So yeah, I don't think that's the thing. And then I did pick up 6 plats last week, which may sound like sound like
what's the tally at now?
Fuck, I don't know, actually. I think it's 155-ish or something. I still have a ways to go. In fact, I've decided to announce I've quit the Explosion Network to finish my goal of 169 platinums.
Oh, jeez.
Because I can't do both, and I know what's more important to me in life.
It's 155, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need more plats like this, I tell you. So I've decided to catch up on some podcasts. Well, specifically, I decided to catch up on Serial Season 3. So
Ooh.
I'm listening at times 1 speed, not times 1.6 is which I usually listen to podcasts at, because it's not the kind of thing that you can speed up. So that was 6 hours.
You want to hear her voice at the correct tone.
Yeah,
correct
I do.
Speed.
I want to hear Sarah. Well, I can't remember her name now. I want to hear all that at the correct tone though. But, yeah. So Jack and Jill DX, I got plat on PS4 and Vita. It is about 10-15 minutes platinum each time. It's like a side scroller where you basically tap X, the character starts moving on the screen, and like you can't stop them moving, and then you press X whenever to make them jump when you need them to jump, and if they hit a wall, they will like swing around and start going the other direction. It's a cool game. Like, it's not a bad game.
It's not a hill walking simulator?
No.
Okay.
A little bit more than that.
Do you fetch a pail of water?
No. I would say all the games on this list aren't bad games. They're all easy platinums. However, I just want to clarify that I don't think any of them are actually bad games. I'd say Jack and Dill's probably the best of them, in fact, from what I played. Then we did FullBlast on PS4 and Vita, which is a top-down shoot 'em up. You're in a helicopter, a plane, whatever the fuck it was, a jet. Side scroller. You're moving screen backwards and forwards. I can't remember the actual genre. Like a shoot 'em up. The screen's constantly moving. It's like a twin stick shooter, but it's one stick, one button. One stick, one button. So you're moving left to right on the screen, and then you just hold the button to shoot. You pick up power-ups.
Like Gallagher or whatever or something.
Yeah, like old school Gallagher type shit. Yeah. I can't remember the actual genre name though. Shrumps? Shoot 'em ups or whatever. Yeah, so that was all right. The platinum for that is basically reach level 3. Yeah. Then you got Tetra's Escape. I didn't play past level 3. Jack and Jill, you had to reach the end of World 1, which was 20 rather short levels, which 10 levels or whatever. I think there were 6 worlds, but I didn't play anymore.
Wait, really? So you only had to finish half the game? Or a sixth of the game?
All of these games you don't need to do fuck all. They're all published by the same company. They put out. Remember that one I called out? The one that had Platinum Explosion as the trophy. These are all by that company. I've just played catch up the other night. I had these all sitting here going, one day when I'm doing something else, I'll pop all these platinums in the background, and it happened to be a day last week. Tetra's Escape I did on PS4. I'm going to do it on Vita as well. However, this one requires the most effort because it's like a puzzler where you can switch between controller with a bunch of different blocks. It's a cool idea, and you basically have to line up in specific ways. And because it's an actual puzzler, I was using a YouTube video to help guide me through what exactly to do, because there was the 3-star every level and collect the hidden thing in every level, which I could do by myself for the first half of levels, but then after that I was like, follow the YouTube guide to make sure. So I can do that with the video in the future as well. Takes about half an hour to 45 minutes. But the longest of these, of course. And the last one was Super Destronaut DX on Vita. I'd already done this one on PS4, so I just did it on Vita. And that one is basically Space Invaders.
Okay.
So there's 6 platinums for you. Add those to your list if you want to, or you don't want to. I don't know. This has been this week's episode of Platinum Explosion, episode
We did it, Dylan.
82.1 and 0.5, whatever. It's whatever this episode is what you listen to. Yeah, when you got there.
I won't
Good
be
job,
able to tell the difference.
I sure hope not. You can follow me on Twitter at Vivladil, Vivaladil. You can tweet me and say I told the difference, and I'll proceed to block you. You can follow this show on Plat Podcasts. You can follow Ash
At Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing most of the time. If it doesn't corrupt. Yeah.
You can tweet at Ash and tell him to not fuck
everything up.
Not fuck it. Yeah, sure. Don't forget to rate the show on Apple Podcasts if you can. Or actually, just no, don't bother for this episode. You can join our Discord, explosionnetwork.com/Discord. This is, of course, a product of the Explosion Network, of which you can find many more shows, articles, news, reviews, and PAX upcoming content at explosionnetwork.com. Follow the Explosion Network on Twitter at explosionpod. Plat, and until next week, I hope the show comes out the other end in one piece or something.
It'll be something.
It is October, and that means it is going to be the biggest month in video gaming for Australia, with PAX Australia just coming up later this month. Of course, the Explosion Network is going to be there, giving you all the greatest coverage that you can expect from the event, from everything from the panels, the games, what's happening day to day, articles, videos, all sorts of fun things on social media. It's going to be great. That means you need to head on over to explosionnetwork.com. Make sure you keep your eyes locked there. Bookmark our PAX page that's available there. Make sure you're following our Facebooks and Twitter accounts, Instagrams, all those fun things. And if you're heading over to PAX, we'll see you there. Stop, Dash. Oh my God. I'm going to have to do that first one where we're like, there's no episode this week, guys. It's finally happened. Dylan's doing a solo one. You can have whatever audio this is. There will be no responses. Well, I don't know how to tackle that one. The whole show. Oh my God. How far? I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. It's 40 minutes.